The other thing is, I think we did say we're going to talk about Fantastic Four.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah.
What do you think?
Ant-Man and Avengers and Ultras. We haven't done that. Ultron. But anyway, yeah. Fantastic Four. What did you think of the Thing?
First of all, the fact that he doesn't sound like he has something in his throat was, I think, was different. It was it made him sound more realistic than the others.
Almost.
Because
yeah.
The others sounded a bit more cartoonish.
Well, to be fair, the man.
Hey, Stretch.
I mean, does he have lungs? Do you know what I mean? Does he have lungs? I assume there were bricks moving in there, shifting cement. You know what I mean? Also, what do you think?
The question that I was asking myself about the Thing is, if he eats, does he take a dump? Because he was tasting something that Herbie was doing. So like, in my head, I'm thinking, if you eat, buddy, do you crap rocks?
How do you, yeah, shitting bricks, literally.
Yeah.
and also, I'm sorry, but if I'm cooking, right, and you put cement in my food, I'm gonna mad at you. I would mad at you. I would mad at you. I don't care that you use a pinky.
Oh my god.
But also, another thing that kind of took me by surprise was, where's the Brooklyn accent?
Like, yeah, because he is supposed to be, I think he's a Jewish man, right? Who grew up in what, Queens or Brooklyn? I don't know, one of the two.
Yeah. But normally these guys always have like a strong Brooklyn accent. Yeah, boss. You know what I mean?
But that's the other thing that I didn't like about Pedropascal himself. Yes. That's the most depressing sounding Reed Richards I've ever heard in my life.
I think Pedropascal has realized he's in movies too many times. And now he's just like, I gotta do this.
Look, I do understand that Reed Richards is not like the most jovial person in the room. But the way he sounded, I was like, why did you choose this accent that you're doing?
Yeah. What are you doing? Yes.
It feels unnatural.
It feels so unnatural. And then did you see that someone put up a picture of what the old actor looked like? And he looks great. Like, he looks like Reed Richards right now. Like,
who? The girl who's playing
OG Fantastic Four.
Ian Grufford. Yeah, Ian Grufford was the perfect Reed Richards though.
He really was.
Yeah.
And I saw some footage of like old Johnny Storm, and you're like, wow, I forgot Chris Evans was like this, man.
No. I mean, Ian Grufford was in Bad Boys 4.
You're lying.
I'm serious.
Don't even tell me as what. I'm curious as hell now.
I won't tell you, so because you said I shouldn't tell you.
Yeah, don't tell me. Hashtag Bring Back Forever Season 2, please. That was a good TV series, you bastards.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's a TV series called Forever, starring Mr. Fantastic, where the concept is he's like he's not a detective. He's like, I forgot, I think he like owns an antique store or whatever, but he helps with cases. And his special ability is that he's literally immortal. So he's literally been around forever, like some Adam Savage type shit. And he helped.
What?
What's it? Am I saying it wrong? It's something Savage, the guy from DC. The bad guy, the villain from DC.
Oh, Vandal Savage.
Vandal Savage, Adam Savage. Yes, Vandal Savage. So on that tip, and he's like a detective.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's pretty good.
But I like him. Like, he just has that main character thing.
He does. He has this natural main character energy. But for some reason, no one wants to make him a main character. It's very confusing.
I mean, he does have a movie. I think it's called Amazing Grace or something, where he was the main character. It's one of the movies that I actually want to watch. It's one of those movies that came out a long time ago. Funny enough, I don't know if you'll believe me, but it was actually in the music video for Uptown Girl, Westlife.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked. I don't know. I'll look it up one day. I mean, like, what was he doing there?
Just believe me, bro, he was not doing anything. But he looks cool, so
yeah. Just random. Yeah. Okay. What about Sue Storm? Can I just say something? I do not understand the OG Fantastic Four hate. I think I enjoyed myself.
Same here.
I enjoyed myself.
Same here.
But for some reason, all these comic book nerds are the most
Nah,
brutal
bro.
on it, dude.
Till this day, I love Fantastic Four.
I flippin' love it. I like the
1 and 2. I like both of them.
Yeah. I still think 1 is better than 2. Like, I liked 1 so much. We rented the DVD, and me and my sister listened to we watched it so many times that we watched the DVD commentary at the end. Like, that's how much we loved it. We watched the DVD, which is fun. Fun fact.
I like 2 slightly a bit more than 1.
Because of the more action. Because there's more action or what?
No, I feel like Reed Richards was more.
Well, he's more badass in number 2, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, he looked buff and he was more, he was more assertive.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a point where he was telling Johnny nonsense, like, yo, get your head in the game and whatever.
Yeah. Because he was going through an arc at that point. So I understand there was character related. So it made sense. But, damn, man. Like,
so for me, it just feels like the person who's really into this thing is Vanessakirby, is Sue Storm. Because you were asking me about her. I feel like she's the most interested in this project from what I've seen. I mean, it's the first trailer, it's short and all of that, but it genuinely feels like she understands her character more than everybody. Like more than everybody understands their characters.
She understood the assignment better. Let's put it like that.
Yes, she understands the assignment better. I didn't really see much of Johnny Storm, so I don't know what to think of him. The thing also,
it's the Facebook guy, right? It's the social network guy, right? It's him.
I don't know who that guy is.
Winklevoss. It looks like the Winklevoss twins.
No, it's not Amy Hammer.
All right.
No, Amy Hammer at this point should play like a Cyclops or something like that. He can't be playing a Johnny Storm.
Nah, I feel like we already discussed this. I told you who the perfect Cyclops is.
Who?
Captain Flag from Suicide Squad. Perfect Cyclops.
I always felt like Ben Affleck would have been a perfect Cyclops, but yeah, he robbed us.
No, I agree with you. If they were to things, I don't know how I feel about modern X-Men right now, because they seem to be making Cyclops way OP and in charge of everything. They've gotten rid of Mr. X, Professor X, and now Cyclops is in charge of everything.
Oh, right.
So I feel like if they were to skip to modern day, I think Ben Affleck could actually work. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but for me, even back then, man, even like back then, I always felt like Ben Affleck would have been perfect. For me, he looks like Cyclops.
I understand what you're saying. I feel you. But I'm looking at rewatching the trailer. Yeah, I see what you mean. She dressed.
Fantastic Four. Yeah, and I think this whole alternative universe thing with the technology and all, it works, man. Like, I don't know if this is the same world where Monica Rambeau is and the X-Men are. If you watch Captain Marvel.
Yes, of course.
So I'm hoping that that's that world, because it's gonna make so much things. It's gonna tie in a lot of things easier, if that's the case, because it's easy to put in the X-Men because we only saw Beast, and it's fine to have Kelsey Grammer as Beast. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
Dude, it was so good to have Kelsey Grammer as Beast. I mean, I love Kelsey Grammer so much.
Yeah, same here, man.
See, Von Doom as thingamajiggy. Captain America apparently is gonna come back. And now with this, the new movie, apparently, from what I'm hearing about these rumors, apparently, like, there's a lot of gadgets and stuff like that being used from other movies, like a lot of callbacks to other movies. That's what some people are saying. Like,
with this Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't want to lie. I think you and I have spoken about this when we were doing the upcoming movies for 2025. That
we were like, this is.
It does feel like it's Winter Soldier. It gives Winter Soldier vibes.
Yeah, it gives. Like, at least there's, because Hydra was set up, right? Hydra was set up. We all knew that Hydra existed. Yeah. So then you get the whole undercover thing, and then it turns out Hydra was so and so, and you're like, oh, badass. And then it's like Scarlett Johansson, badass, and like all these things. And it wasn't that funny if you actually think about it. I mean, there were jokes.
No. One of the reasons, one of my comments when I watched that movie was that it's not funny.
Right?
That's the thing about Winter Soldier that I didn't like. One of the things I didn't like about it is that it was not funny.
Okay, but it wasn't supposed to be fun. It wasn't supposed to be jokey joke, though. This one
I'm not saying it was supposed to be jokey joke, but like, guys, give us something.
Come on. Well, now we're being punished. We're being waterboarded with jokes right now. We're being
No. It didn't have to be too much. Just 1-2 laughs and yeah, that's all. I didn't laugh one time when I watched
I didn't even enjoy the part where Scarlett Johansson and fucking Chris Evans are like macking on each other. I thought that was really nice.
Remember, like, to give you context, I've watched movies with Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans way before they were in the MCU, and they were together and they were a couple or whatever. So for me, it was just like, oh, there they go again.
There they go again.
You know what I mean? Because didn't Scarlett Johansson do the Nanny or Nanny Diaries or something with Chris Evans? And they also did this Perfect Score together. So I haven't watched Nanny Diaries, but I know there was sort of like a thing in the Nanny Diaries.
Was she a star in it? Was she leading in it?
Scarlett Johansson was leading in it, yeah.
Because I can ask you a question. How do you feel about Scarlett Johansson's aura right now when it comes to Jurassic Park? Because I feel like, I don't know if she didn't want to be there, or I feel like the energy isn't enough.
I think she's tired, man. I don't want to lie to you.
She tired.
No, in general, I think Scarlett Johansson is just tired. Like, I'm not talking about her as a person. I'm talking about acting wise.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like and I saw this from The Widow, like Black Widow. I feel like she's just, it's as if she has taken the love that she's getting from people too much and has gotten to her head now. So it feels like she's not pulling her weight anymore in her performances. You know that happens with movie stars, right?
Yeah.
Once they ride on their own hype, they stop trying.
It does. I understand what you're saying. I do. It's just, look, she's taking a beating these last few movies. That's what I'm gonna say. It's like she's taking a beating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, from, like, I would say from the days of what's it? Not Metal Gear. What is it called? Ghost in the Shell. I feel like a lot of her movies have taken a beating, and I think the last time we were like, Scarlett Johansson was fire. For me, it was Under the Skin, and for everyone else, it was like, what's it? Marriage Story. And I feel like since then, she's like.
Here's the thing about Scarlett, because I grew up watching her movies, right?
Okay.
Scarlett is great when she's playing sort of these indie type of movies or drama type of movies or rom-com type of, and I've said this before, this is not the first time I'm saying it. I'm not saying she's bad at action. That would be a lie, because she was great in like a lot of MCU movies.
Yes.
But that's where she shines. She shines when she's doing like a Woody Allen movie, like Scoop or something. You know what I mean? Or when she's in The Prestige, or when she's doing Marriage Story, or when she's in there's this movie that I love so much. He's Just Not That Into You. She was in it.
Yeah, she was.
That's the Scarlett that I love. But when she knows that people want her, and I don't know, I just feel like, what am I watching?
Want her? What? What do you mean?
Okay, let me put it like this. You know, when someone knows that they are hot, it could be a man or a woman, doesn't matter.
Okay, yes. I know exactly.
I mean, Clooney does this sometimes. Brad Pitt does this sometimes, where they know they're great and they know that people love them. So when you see their performances, I'm like, I don't see the character you're showing me. I only see you. I'm just seeing you interact with people. I'm just seeing your ego. I'm not seeing this character that you portray.
Fair enough.
So I feel like Scarlett has been doing that lately, and it just throws me off, bro.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And personally, I think she just has potential. I think she can do these big things. I think she can carry her own movie. She's fucking proven it. But for some reason, she looks. It's like they nerfed her or something in this Jurassic Park trailer, and it's.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Amy Adams versus Scarlett Johansson.
Amy Adams kills it.
Why?
I think it's that whole thing. I don't think Amy has. I think Amy Adams actually doesn't have an off switch as well. Like I feel like she's fire every single time. Even playing Lois Lane in a bad movie. Even when they cut most of her scenes out, I still enjoyed her as Lois Lane. And don't even get me started on The Fighter. One of the greatest Amy Adams performances.
Bruh, she killed it. To a point where I loved her and I hated her at the same time.
Yeah, you forget that that's a thing, and then you're like, who this? I know, actually, I was on, like, I forgot that she was an actor and I was on her side. I was like, go get that stupid fucking family.
Exactly.
Go get them. Protect your man.
But at the same time, I felt like she was way into these people's business. Like, I do understand that you're protecting your boyfriend.
Yeah.
But you don't know these people, dude. Like, what's your problem? Chill. You're not even married to this guy.
True. But at the same time, when you can see that these people are manipulating your man and you're like, I've got to go ride and die, even if it's against his own family. I was like, woo! You know what I mean?
I get you. No, I get you. I agree with you. But at the same time, I was like, yo, this girl is too much. What pop?
Oh, no, she was. You know what? I think it was a case of her matching their energy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, as a logical human being, because she came in logical in the beginning. Yeah. And then she started to match their energy. You know what I mean? And
but she's like, Mafiki Zolo, you just came now, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the hood came out of it, dog. Yeah.
But even in this movie, American Hustle, brilliant.
American Hustle is the one where with
Christian Bale,
Jennifer Lawrence, Jeremy Renner, also Christian Bale. But this time Christian Bale got fat instead of skinny this time.
Yes, and Bradley Cooper.
Yes. I need to rewatch that movie because at first I didn't fully understand how they managed to screw the mayor over like that. But now that I've been following a lot of the stuff that happens in like Chicago politics, did you know, like, get this, in like the last 20 or 50 years, I forgot how many years it is, almost half of their mayors have been arrested.
Almost half of what?
Their mayors. Like, so every single mayor they have, like before the last one, not Letitia James, forgot her name, but arrested for corruption.
That is crazy.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's
in all these different administrations and all of them.
Yeah, but it's
sorry. By that I mean in all these different 10 years of these presidents.
Yeah. No, not presidents, mayors.
That's a lot of. No. What I mean is like under.
Yes, under different administrations. Yeah, no. Remember, it's not connected. They're not even connected. It's the mayor getting arrested by their own police kind of stuff. Even it's fascinating stuff.
No, so, I'm just basing it off on what you're saying. That you're saying half of the mayors.
Yeah, a lot of
ever since time began. Is that what you meant?
No, not. It was like in the last like 20 years, some of that kind of.
Oh, okay.
The last few years, so like the last 7 mayors, like half of them have gone to jail.
That is insane.
Been busted.
That it is insane.
Insane. But so that kind of thing is fascinating to me. Like, I can't remember if American Hustle, is it set in New York or Chicago? I feel like it was set in Chicago.
I don't remember.
I can't remember, but still, good movie. Same director as The Fighter, by the way.
It makes sense why you got Bale and Amy Adams back then.
Exactly.
But I want to say,
that guy,
actually, one of the movies that I'm going to be talking about in weekly picks is going to be a bit of an old movie, Bombshell.
Bombshell? I don't know if I know that one. But yeah, David O. Russell.
Bombshell has Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman, and Margot Robbie in it.
Oh.
It's based on a true story. So the head of Fox News.
Ah, that story.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what you say about that one. I still think it's funny that they made a movie about the Fox News one instead of the guy who had the door that automatically locks when you press a button under his table. Like, that's the one you should make a movie about.
It's about him.
No, different guy. Remember, that Me Too movement hit a lot of people. It wasn't just Fox News. It was like ABC or NBC, one of those channels. That's the guy with the button. So the one you're talking about is a different guy to the button guy. The Fox News guy is a different guy.
But he also had like this door that. Okay.
Okay, I need to double check that. But no, I know for a fact that it was ABC or NBC, one of those channels. And then Fox News, of course, had their own people, and then Bill O'Reilly got nailed, and then was a whole thing.
Okay.
The Me Too movement was washed over a lot of people. It was fascinating stuff.
But we're still going back to Fantastic Four. We're talking about Vanessa. We're talking about Vanessa. Well, I mean, we could pass it, but I was just saying Vanessa.
I didn't think that was a tangent. I just thought we moved on. But no, okay, Vanessa.
Yeah, I actually think we have moved on, but I was just.
But no, let's go back. Okay,
vanessakirby, I think she's really good. The thing about that trailer is it seems like there's an homage to the first issue of the Fantastic Four.
Yes.
That's what that's the
definitely.
impression that I've got.
With like that style of drawing, this is definitely a shout out.
And despite the drawing, so when they introduced the Fantastic Four in the first issue of the first comic ever made of the Fantastic Four,
yes,
they said that when Ben was running to the meeting that Reed Richards had set up, like when he was calling them, he was actually causing damage to the street. Like as he was running, he would mess up the street. Yeah. And there is a scene where you see him do that. And he was wearing like a coat and a jacket or whatever.
Well, I mean, it seems like running in the trailer, yes.
Yes. So, and it seems like he was from like a clothing shop or whatever. And that's actually what happens in the comics.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
Nice. I did not know that.
I don't know, man. I genuinely feel like pedropascal is miscast in this.
He looks so bad. He looks so unfortunate.
Like Reed Richards is usually a slim guy. pedropascal is not a slim guy, bro.
There's a lot going on with Pedro. He doesn't look energetic enough.
His face is like Tom Willing's face. You know what I mean? It's not thin.
Can I just make a suggestion? Matt Smith would have been better.
Who's Matt Smith?
The weird guy that played the other vampire in the Game of Thrones guy.
Game of Thrones guy.
The Lannister, not the Lannister. What's his name, man? What should we call it? Morphin time? It's Morbing time. What's that movie called? Morbing time.
Mobius.
The one who was playing the bad guy, the other vampire.
I didn't watch Mobius.
Fudge. Okay. You didn't watch Game of Thrones, the new Game of Thrones one, right?
What's his name?
Matt Smith. I know you know him. I'm trying to think of where you could know him.
Oh, I know this guy.
Yeah. If you don't know him, Doctor Who, he was one of the Doctor Who's, yes, definitely.
Yeah, you see, if you had said that, because when you mean the new Game of Thrones, you mean House of Dragon.
There we go.
Wasn't he Hannibal at one point?
I'm not seeing that here.
Wasn't he in Hannibal, the series?
I'm not seeing it. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Science, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Doctor Who. Jeez, a lot of so much Doctor Who. I'm not even seeing that, man. If maybe
it's Michael. It's Michael. Sorry, that's Mads Mikkelsen.
No, you did not confuse these two. No,
bro, I have a tendency of actually confusing these two. I don't know why.
This feels like racism.
It's not even my intention, but I could understand why people would think that. Yeah.
Well, obviously, we can't have Cumberpatch because that would not work because he's already Doctor Strange. But I feel like because he'd make a good Reed Richards, but I feel like he's already playing a smart person. So yeah, Matt Smith could have been a better option than Pablo.
Yeah, I don't see him as Reed Richards. You know, someone actually did a fan art thing with Dave Patel as Reed Richards, and I was like, actually, I could see that.
Like small. Let me just have a look here.
Yeah, but that's the thing about Reed Richards, though. Reed Richards is small, dog. He's thin.
What? Yeah, he's thin, yes. But I'm pretty sure he's always been taller than Johnny, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's always been. Let's have a look here. Why am I not getting Dave Patel? Why am I getting? Is it Dave Patel? Is that his name?
Dev Patel, DEV Patel.
Maybe.
I could actually see him as a Reed Richards. I know he's Indian, but still.
Hey, dog, they're clearly willing to switch things around.
I could, honestly speaking, I could see him as Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Honest.
If you made him stand in a box, maybe. How tall is he actually?
I don't know how tall he is.
Let me see. .8. Okay, so he's not actually that tall. I mean, he's actually not that short. Sorry, he's actually fairly tall. Because 1.8 is what? Fuck, are we older than this guy?
Dude, we're old.
Oh my god, we are. We did not see 6'2".
Do you know how old vanessakirby is?
How old? Well, she looks young at least.
She does. Dude, we're old. Like she's okay, she's my age. So that helps.
Oh really?
Yeah, she's 36.
Okay, at least.
Yeah.
Ah, dog. Probably like, I don't know what to say. But yeah.
But anyway, I guess I don't know Joseph Quinn. I've never seen any of his stuff. I don't remember him in anything. So I don't know whether he's gonna play a good Johnny Storm or not. I honestly don't know.
I legitimately thought he was that one guy. So now let me just have a look at him. See his IMDb.
He was in Game of Thrones. He was in Gladiator 2.
These are not good things you're saying, but these are all terrible things you're saying.
Game of Thrones is a terrible thing.
Okay, it depends what season. Let me just have a look here. Let me have a look. See, where's his name? What, you said Joseph Quinn. Okay, let's have a look here.
Yeah, like he's in a lot of stuff that I've never seen or even heard of. He's in Les Miserables, the series.
Oh, okay, I've seen Overlord.
Okay.
Who was he in Overlord again?
There's Catherine Great. I don't even know what that is.
I actually watched Overlord on the big screen. Catherine the Great. Is that what you said?
Yeah. With Helen Mirren.
Oh yeah, the guy who played the other Captain America is here in Overlord.
You mean Kurt Russell's son?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he the guy that plays? Fudge. Okay, I don't know him. So he wasn't that memorable in Overlord, which is hilarious. But okay, fair enough.
I don't know him, bro.
Have you watched Overlord?
No.
It's an okay movie. Just like great cast, great performance. Very weird movie, but it was actually kind of fun.
Oh, he was in Stranger Things?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is Stranger Things as what? Who was Ed Munson?
I have no idea.
Ed Munson. Oh well, let's just hope. So far, let me put it like this: I'm not excited about him. I'm more excited about, like you said, Sue Storm. I like the other guy from the Bear, so I'm willing to give him a chance. So
yeah, for me, he's the least interesting in my opinion of the cast,
really?
because I know nothing about him.
Okay, you never watched the Bear?
No, I haven't watched the Bear.
I've watched the first 2 seasons. It's pretty great. I think you might like it. I'm not sure.
Okay. I mean, I like the main actor. I mean, I like them from Shameless. So
I still have. Can you believe it? Like 12 seasons, never watched a single episode.
Of what?
Shameless.
Oh, it's based on a British series, right?
Yeah, that one I did know. Right. The clips I've seen based on that thing, I've seen those for days. Clips, clips on clips, but never actually a full episode.
Oh.
And it's because I love the actor. And also, aren't you worried about Galactus? I'm like, isn't his head supposed to like cover a city, not be as big as Statue of Liberty? I'm like, is this Galactus going to be small?
Who's this?
Galactus.
I think he can transform, can't he? He can transform into like a really gigantic guy who's like bigger than the planet.
Is gigantic.
Yeah, so like it's colossal. Like he
could
be bigger than the planet itself.
Yes.
That is about to devour.
Shoulders with the planet. You know what I mean? Like a planet could be the size of his shoulder.
Yes.
So that's like, please let him still be. You know what I mean? Please let him.
But my thing is, why would you start with Galactus?
Yes.
Are you trying to fix Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer?
Do you know what I think it could be? This is my theory. It would make sense if instead of the Beast being in this universe, what we end up with is a story of this universe dying to Galactus, and then them running away. Let's say they get dragged away by Erica Rambeau, and then we see, okay, Galactus is
That's the first movie, though.
What, as the good guys losing in their first movie?
Yeah, my thing is why it's like introducing Thanos in the first Avengers movie.
Hey. Well, I mean, it's better than Kang. Remember what happened with Kang?
Yeah, Kang was a disaster. I mean, there's rumors that he might be coming back.
We'll see about that. I mean, I still think he deserves to come back because technically he was kind of not found not guilty, in my opinion. But that's its own story. I think Kang should come back. I just don't. He's obviously not going to be the main villain anymore. But they do need to kill Kang, so they're going to bring him back to kill him. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's definitely going to happen.
It would be so messed up, but yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he'll come back to be killed by Galactus, and then we'll be like, okay, Galactus is no joke. But if the Fantastic Four beats Galactus, then he can't be the main villain anymore. And also, how can Tony Stark be the villain?
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, if you're introducing Galactus, right? Why would Doom be more of a threat than Galactus?
Yes. It's like okay, we got Thanos, Galactus,
exactly,
Doom.
Exactly.
And then is Doom higher than Thanos? I mean, comic book fans will say yes, but people who aren't comic book fans will say
no.
Is he? Yeah. What are you talking about? He's just a guy that got electric powers like the rest of them. Why is he?
Exactly.
Meanwhile, comic book fans will be like, "Oh no, you don't understand. You don't understand."
No, trust me. If Buckmeister and Devil were here.
Yeah, remember I actually commented in that one video where you guys are trying to downplay the Joker. I was touched.
No, I saw that.
Touched. At one point you guys are like, oh God, I can't even remember what you guys said. But yeah, yeah.
Well, Buckminster was saying that the Joker didn't really impact he had a huge impact on the Bat family, like you were saying. But did he have a huge impact in fiction overall?
Injustice, Joker.
No, in fiction, not in the DC universe.
Okay, talking about outside of comics. There are people who don't know, who've never watched anything
outside of DC,
related.
Not outside of comics, outside of DC.
Yes, there are people out there. It's the same thing with Batman. There are people out there who have never watched a Batman movie but know that Batman's parents are killed. There are people out there who have never watched a Joker movie but know that green and purple equals Joker, man. I'm telling you, he's that big. Only Darth Vader.
Yeah, but you're talking about his look. You're talking about his identity. We're talking about
that is his identity.
How influential he is. Like, for instance, let me give an example.
Okay.
Superman.
Yes.
Almost every superhero that you can think of is either influenced by Superman or Batman, right?
Okay.
If it's some guy who's flying and wears a cape, that's Superman.
Okay, but now here's the problem with that. Let's just talk about film and TV, for example, because remember, that's not just comic books, that's everyone, right? What are the highest grossing movies in terms of like award-winning stuff when it comes to superhero stuff? It's Batman and Joker. They collect the most goods. Which spin-off creatures or people have produced their own products? Harley Quinn has got her own movie, at least one of her own movie. They don't even talk about the TV stuff, where she's got her own TV series. She's the face of the Suicide Squad, despite the fact that she has no powers. And that's just like Harley Quinn. Eventually, they're going to start introducing characters like Punchline, and eventually, when that starts kicking off, then we're going to have more Joker spin-offs. There's more Joker talk than any other comic book villain, in my opinion. Like, there's more energy when people.
Wait. There's more Joker talk than Thanos and Loki talk?
Okay, let's think about Loki. Okay. Now, the Loki one, remember, Thor #1 was not that good a movie, in my opinion.
But people love Loki in it.
Yes. But the impact is not. Again, he's more of a spin-off of Thor than his own real. I mean, don't get me wrong. Loki season 1 and 2 were good. Season 1 being better, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, there's a middle part in season 2 that meanders, and I feel like we all pretend that middle part doesn't exist.
What middle part are you referring to?
Where like we have to go meet Sophie or whatever the hell her name is, and it's like we have to convince her to come back to the team, and it's like, oh god. Sophie is almost useless in this whole show.
Who's Sophie? Who's Sophie?
Whatever. The fact that I forgot her name. Loki 2.0. The lady Loki.
McDonald's.
Yes.
Okay.
McDonald's Loki. And then the world has to end. And then she's like, oh yeah, I should probably do something. And then she doesn't actually do anything. She's just kind of there. If you think about it, what does she actually do?
I mean, the only thing she did was kill Kang, I think, in the first season.
Yes. And then it turns out that didn't really happen. Do you know what I mean? Like it
didn't change anything.
Yes.
Until the second season where they were sort of trying to.
Then it turns out Kang was like that. There was a reason that Kang was so chilled about dying. Because he knew Loki was gonna come back and then fix this whole situation.
Yeah.
Which was, honest to God, like I hate people who hate Kang because that scene where it's like, have you learned how to control time? So like that was flipping great. The conversation
for me, Kang, if I'm being completely honest, he's at this point, as it stands, in my opinion, he's the smartest character in the whole MCU.
Yes. I actually like Kang, and people are going to fight me on this one, but I think Kang was more interesting than Killmonger.
No, I agree with you.
Say that.
No, I agree with you.
That conversation in season 1 and then continued in season 2.
Kang, for me, as a character, is more interesting than a lot of MCU characters.
Yes. And I don't actually, I hate, okay, look, I understand that the movie Ant-Man was flipping terrible.
But Kang was not the problem.
Huh? But
Kang was not the problem. No.
It was the filmmakers and it was Ant-Man.
No, but even his performance in that.
Yeah, he can act, yes.
It was not, like, even that version of Kang for me, he was powerful. It's just that they nerfed him at the end.
Yes.
But that character was powerful.
Yes. Fantastic. And then for us to get the #1 Kang, who's like, oh my god, I could talk about this for ages. The performance. I mean, when thingamajiggy, like they're in the elevator, going to sitting down, and then him just chilling as what's her face.
But also, that's the thing about Jonathan Majors. He never plays the same Kang twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Season 2 Kang was so cool. I thought like people got mad at season 2 Kang because he was like acting all weak and stuff like that. But it's not the same Kang. That's good guy Kang.
That's the guy who was gonna be Kang. He was not Kang.
That's exactly. That's a version of Kang that's technically okay. No, that is in the future. He's supposed to be the Kang, even though they kind of changed him. I guess you could say that he's now a variant of the Kang. I guess. I don't know. But point is, yes, eventually, like he might have become evil, but they made him good, and he was Kang. That's what he was.
Yeah.
And he was great as that.
Yeah.
As like hokey dokey 1950s.
He's completely different from the Kang in Quantumania and the Kang in Loki season 1. Those are not the same person.
Bad. I literally don't understand the Kang hate. I genuinely don't understand it.
No, the only issue with Kang that people hate is not necessarily Kang. They just hate that he was nerfed. I think that's the only thing that they hate. They hate that it was beaten up by ants. And then also this thing of Marvel trying to sideline him. But I don't think Kang was never the problem.
Yeah, I guess them making a villain that's so beatable was a mistake. Yeah. They shouldn't have made Kang the main bad guy. They should have made it the head guy, the guy who's like a head.
Yeah, they should have just used MODOK.
Yeah, exactly.
This whole time.
Should have been MODOK the whole time.
Yeah.
And then eventually Kang's like shows up at the end and is like, oh shit.
Exactly.
Especially considering that, because which one came first? Was it Loki season 2 or Quantumania?
Quantumania came out first.
Maybe that's the problem. If Quantumania came out second, maybe it would have gotten a better reception, #1, and we wouldn't be so like, are the Kangs really that strong? Do you know what I mean? Maybe that would have helped
He
things.
shouldn't look. The mistake they made in Quantumania was to make Kang the villain.
Yes.
He shouldn't have been the villain in that movie.
But because they were going for, I thought, you know what I think it was? Because I heard one of the writers was one of the writers for Rick and Morty. So I feel like they tried to use Rick and Morty logic to like justify how they're going to make the Kangs work, and I think that's what hurt it, in my opinion. Because as Rick and Morty is, it's unserious, and you can't have your main bad guy being unserious.
Yeah,
it's a theory I have.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. You never heard about that? That one of the main writers was basically a writer for Rick and Morty. And
No.
They like, coached him onto Quantumania, basically.
No.
Yeah, he was one of the head writers for Quantumania.
I'm hearing it for the first time.
Oh, glad I could. Yeah.